Hey guys, we're I Stallion and welcome to our studio. Today we'll be talking about our latest release, Between Dreams, which was released 2 weeks ago on our own label, EIS Recordings, with Brandon Mignacca on the vocals. So we're going to be talking to you about how we were inspired to write the track, the process we went through, what instruments and VSTs we used, just to give you guys a fairly good idea of the process.
So, the way this song got started, we had Brandon Mignacca come in for a session, piano session. So we wanted to start a song from scratch. So we had him sit down and we really just had him play a few chords. He came up with his first 16-bar chord progression, which you're going to hear right now in a few seconds.
Wait for the night.
I'll just take out the vocals.
Put me at peace.
So you see, so that first 60 bar for us, we're like, that was great. So, but we want to go a little bit further. And
yeah, so Brandon being an amazing pianist, we wanted to really get the organic vibe of him playing the piano line versus us just programming it through piano roll. So yeah, when he came up with the basic chord progression, I was hearing a more developed chord progression, something that's a bit less typical than your typical chord progression that you hear everywhere. So we spent a lot of time carrying the progression through the major and the minor feel, making sure that it has it's hopeful, but at the same time it has a matureness to the chord progression. So we spent a lot of time on that. Once we got it, we came up with a second part, which we'll play right now. From there on, it was all about just finding the right sounds and producing it itself.
okay. Yeah, and then from there, I guess the song took off. So we started adding layers, and the pluck really helped support the pianos. And we're big fans of the pluck, to be honest with you. So we use Silent, for those who know what Silent is, and we found these plucks that were like presets similar to Deadmau5 plucks, and we used those. So one that would support the mid range, and the other one that had more of a zingy, more on the high. On the highs, and then from then on we started layering the ambience and the effects and all the other good stuff.
We actually wrote the song pretty fast. Just like any other production, once you've been writing music for a long time, the part that takes the most time is the ending. So the whole song was pretty much done. We just kind of aesthetically fixing up everything at the end. That kind of took an extra couple of weeks.
The inspiration for it is what really made everything come together. The fact that we had an inspiration, and not just the fact that we're creating a track for having another track in our roster. It was
for
really,
the sake of creating a track.
Yeah, and I think for us, what's the strength of building a good song, a meaningful song, is a theme, a story, a backline, And for me and for Eagle Eye and for Brandon, this track is basically stems from our experience and from the way we're living right now with our passion and all that. So the struggle between the dream and the reality, and that fine line between is just breaking that barrier and just making your reality the dream, or making your dream the reality, and so forth. So
So the track was released 2 weeks ago. You can grab a copy on Beatport, iTunes, Amazon, wherever you like. It was released on our label, EIS Recordings. And we have the lyric video on YouTube if you're interested.
So go click subscribe and like it.